Positivism versus Interpretivism, Understanding Research Philosophy. Welcome to this short video on positivism and interpretivism. If you've started studying research methods, you've probably come across these two terms. At first, they can sound quite abstract, but they're actually based on a very simple idea. Before we look at each one, let's begin with an important question. What is research philosophy? A research philosophy is simply your way of thinking about knowledge and reality. In other words, it asks questions such as, what is reality? How can we understand it? What counts as evidence? And what is the best way to investigate a research question? Your answers to these questions influence every decision you make as a researcher, from the methods you choose to the way you interpret your findings. Two of the most common research philosophies are positivism and interpretivism. A simple way to understand them is by imagining a fishbowl. Positivism, observing from the outside. Imagine there is a fish swimming around inside a fishbowl. A positivist researcher stands outside the bowl. They observe the fish without interfering. They measure what they can see. For example, they might record how fast the fish swims, how often it eats, how many times it changes direction, or how it responds to different conditions. The researcher tries to remain objective and avoid influencing what they are observing. The goal is to measure reality as accurately as possible using evidence that can be counted, tested, and analyzed. Interpretivism, understanding from the inside. Now imagine taking a completely different approach. Instead of standing outside the fishbowl, imagine climbing inside it. Of course, that's impossible in real life, but it helps us understand the idea. Rather than simply observing the fish, the researcher wants to understand the world from the fish's perspective. They want to understand what the fish experiences and what its environment means to it. When researchers adopt an interpretivist approach, they are interested in understanding people's thoughts, feelings, experiences, and the meanings they give to the world around them. Rather than asking, "What happened?" they are more likely to ask, "What was that experience like?" or "How did you make sense of it?" Quantitative and qualitative research. These two philosophies are often linked to two different types of research. Quantitative research is about quantifying something. The word quantify means to measure or express something using numbers. For example, a quantitative researcher might measure examination scores, attendance, questionnaire ratings, or the number of hours students spend revising. The aim is to identify patterns, relationships, or differences using numerical data. This is why quantitative research is often associated with positivism. Qualitative research, on the other hand, is about qualifying something. Rather than asking, "How many?" it asks questions such as, "Why? How? What was the experience like?" Instead of measuring behavior, qualitative researchers explore experiences, opinions, beliefs, and meanings. They often do this through interviews, focus groups, or observations. This is why qualitative research is commonly associated with interpretivism. It's worth remembering that this is a helpful way of thinking about the two approaches, but it isn't a strict rule. For example, some researchers combine qualitative and quantitative methods, and others adopt philosophical positions such as pragmatism or critical realism. Key takeaway. A simple way to remember the difference is this. Positivism stands outside the fishbowl and measures what it can observe. Interpretivism climbs into the fishbowl and tries to understand the world from the fish's perspective. And remember, quantitative research is about quantifying, measuring things using numbers. Qualitative research is about qualifying, understanding experiences, meanings, and perspectives. Neither approach is better than the other. They simply help us answer different kinds of research questions, and the best choice always depends on what you are trying to understand. Thank you for watching.